Hello everyone, this is question number 8. These questions belong to communication. The question asks that which of the following are examples of asynchronous communication. So here the options has been given from A to E, in which the methods listed here, that in which we have to find out that which one or maybe more than one are examples of asynchronous communication. In order to answer this question, we must know what is the difference between asynchronous communication and synchronous communication. See here, in every communication there has to be two parties. One is sender, another one is receiver. So here we assume that these are the two parties which involve in the communication. One means of communication is asynchronous communication, where the participant S, let's call it A or B. If A want to send message to B, in order to asynchronous communication, A can send the message to B anytime, whenever A want, no matter B is active or not. For example, they are using a method of communication is called email. So A can send email to B anytime A wants. It is not required that B should be active on the email account. There has to be another means as well, which comes under asynchronous communication. And in the terms of synchronous communication, for example, they are doing video conferencing with each other, or they are taking a meeting online. So in this means of communication, which is called synchronous communication, in synchronous communication, the sender and receiver, or maybe the both parties, has to be active in a active communication. So if any communication which is happening, then both the participant has to be active when it comes to the under synchronous communication. So basically asynchronous communication, where need not to be active both the participants. A can send message to B anytime, and B can receive that message whenever B come online. So here are the example. What exactly is blog? Blog is something, a place on the online website where a user can write whatever a user want related to any topic. It is not very necessary that all the readers who is actively reading the blogs of person A can active on whenever A is writing something on the wall. So block is an example of the asynchronous communication. So option A is correct here. B is the podcast. Podcast is basically a means of when we are interviewing someone. If you are interviewing someone, it has to be there that both the participant, interviewer, and the person who is giving the interview, that means both has to be active at the same time. So that means podcast comes under synchronous communication, so we will exclude that. Next is electronic mail. Electronic mail is another example of asynchronous communication, where a person can send email to another person no matter that receiver is active or not. So electronic mail comes under asynchronous communication. So C option is here. So the option in which C is not there, we can exclude that. So option number 1 will be exclude, option number 2, 3 and 4 will be there. So let's check the D. Option number D, which is called discussion form. Discussion form is somehow likely with the blog. So discussion form is another example of asynchronous communication. Phone call. In the phone call, sender and receiver both has to be active. So phone call is not the example of asynchronous communication. We can exclude that. So A, C, D. So here in the option number 3rd, A, C, D is there. So the correct option for this question will be A, C, D. So here are the some of the examples of asynchronous communication: discussion boards, quizzes, polls, email, digital documents, recorded audio or video. For example, YouTube. YouTube is a very popular example of asynchronous communication. Although anyone can access the videos which is uploaded by the user, and you can check these videos anytime, no matter you are active on YouTube when the user is uploading the video. So in the synchronous communication, we have examples like virtual classroom, live presentation, live text, instant messages, for example chatting on the WhatsApp, and live audio or video chat, live quizzes and live polling. These are the examples of synchronous communication. So to sum up this question, the correct option for this question will be option number 3rd.